And we don't need food buffs because no one died.
Sorry, which ad is melee meant to go on again?
You always want to be on whichever isn't Asara. Sorry, whichever isn't Nora. So at the start you want to be on Asara. And if Nora and Dima are up, you go on Dima. When it's Dima and Asara, I would say probably Dima. So Dima's the easiest one to be on because she doesn't have anything firing out from her. Asara has something that fires out in one direction.
Never the fiery one.
Never the fiery one.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And Seth, I will be sort of focused on all the timers, so if you can call out when we need to swap.
Yeah, I just save a cooldown for if you have damage stack one when ads are up and we can't swap.
Righto.
Can't remember which one damages. It's Nora, isn't it?
Nora does the fiery strike.
Still, but slowing stuff, isn't it?
Dima's a slow, yeah. And so Nora's the fiery strike. Asara, I don't think does any particular tanky stuff. And Dima is the freeze. Are you going right or left to start?
I'm going left.
Okay, which
with,
one?
Nora.
Okay, I'll take Asara right. Right, we are good to do the... Oh, actually, I need some potions first. 1 second. Right, good to do the thing.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, pre-pot's ready.
2,
Pre-pot now.
What the hell was that threat?
Not sure, was that on you?
It was a priest, I don't know which one, but some priest just hit like a truck.
Yeah, I think the boss just switched.
I had 3 global cooldowns already, and you still broke threat.
I
pretty
think
impressive.
they have some kind of timer because I lost threat at the exact same time. So like they did a temporary reset.
That's when one of them goes up. I'm going to come taunt.
Okay.
You stay on your side, by the way, that's it, you got it.
I figured it would be like dragons. Okay, so we're going to get the Golganeth ads in 40 seconds. So when they appear, that will be the spread, because they do the burst and mute them. But that's not for another 30 seconds. Was it now we swap? 2 stacks?
It's 3, but we can, if you wait till the third one, we'll be good for ads then.
Okay. I'll wait for the third. Here it is. Got Asara. Okay, 12 seconds to add, so range should be starting to spread already. And melee just have to be careful on these ads. Yeah, you can help nuke them, it's just check which ones sort of are clear for you to run to, and try not to run through groups of people as you make your way to the ads. Right, they will be spawning now. So yeah, you also have to stay spread as melee, and not just stay stacked in one place. It is annoying, but it's painful.
Swap if we can.
Yeah, I can. Okay, so finish off the last ads. Just gonna... Oh shit. I need to do the rest.
Gotcha.
Take Asara.
Crap, I just took Nora.
Oh, you don't have another taunt, do you?
In 2 seconds. Okay, we've got 20 seconds till the Amanthal ads. They will be the ones that channel the big nuking spells, so you don't have to spread for those. It's just important to nuke them quickly. And I think for those, are they the ones that we...
Haven't focused them because they heal.
That's not Nora.
Cast.
Crap.
I got it.
Okay, nuke the. I didn't need to put marks. Nuke.
Take Dilbert.
Your pieces will make a fine trophy.
You need these marks, otherwise
Yeah, I
healing.
messed up not putting the mark down. Sorry, for some reason my marks are not wanting to activate mid-fight.
This one.
Nuke the skull. And then you're just going to keep going round in the circle after that.
Taking Dilbert.
Use a track.
Oh, so close to. Last head.
Optima. Okay, let's stand in stuff, get back. That was my fault not having the marks up.
Everyone point and laugh at Thor.
Oh, now they will activate.
Are we dying?
Yeah, we're dying.
Oh, rip.
Oh, we'll be dying.
Come stand in the middle with me and contemplate your death.
I just want to try this. Okay, that works cool. Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mark those at the start, and then when I tried to put the marks down, I messed up my taunt, so that was a double fail.
Good job. Oh, Veldank 360.
I know, right?
Don't go down the hole this time.
Yeah, we're going round to the side.
Good point.
Okay, so replenish. It's a good mix of refresh and replenish. I'll stick with that. Replenish your food buff.
Have you been drinking?
That works, Thor, that works.
I did have half a glass of wine. Sorry.
God. You need more.
You.
Right, so when the ads spawn, we are going to kill the one at Skull first. Sorry, this is just for the Amonthal ones, those big casters, because we get 4 of those. So you do Skull, and then green, then blue, then red.
I, Gammon, will save us.
Right, we are good to do the thing.
Doing the thing. I'm still taking Nora left.
Okay, I'll still take Asara right.
5, 4, 3,
pre-pot now.
1. You cannot escape. I want to see your limbs roast.
Okay, so the first ads in a minute will be Kasgaroth. They will be the ones that can channel the fire in the centre, so when we get close to those ads, we'll need to make sure we're around the outside. Got Nora.
I want to see your limbs roast.
35 seconds to ads.
Take it, Nora.
Start to Sarah. Okay, 12 seconds to add, so be ready to move to the outside. And just remember, avoid the fiery beam that the ads channel as well. Ads in 3 seconds, so don't be in the centre. Right, now avoid the ads.
The demons are turning the sheep of flames against you.
It's not really possible to do a swap here, is it?
That's fine. I can hold for a while. If you kill the one you're nearest, we'll be able to get quite close.
First.
Okay, I can come to talk now, actually. Got Nora.
Go on, Sarah.
So just like Ghostbusters, don't cross the beams.
Oh,
And we've got next ads in 45 seconds. They will be Golganeth, which will be the 2-yard bursty ads. Just remember, melee have to spread before those ads appear as well.
Is that there or not?
Check, Nisara. No, we haven't used it yet. I'll use it on the next set of ads, maybe. Or not the next ones, I'll save it for a bit later. Possibly the 4 big ones.
I'm gonna take Sarah.
Coming in. Got Nora.
and spread out.
Yeah, spread out now, including melee. Everybody spread.
They're coming straight at you.
You those ads. Stay spread as you do it. I took Dima.
Dilbert.
Enjoy my ice before you are burnt.
Kill all the ads. Remember, stay spread whilst the ads are up. So melee, be very careful. Right. Right, swap now.
Go,
Sarah.
Dilbert.
Okay, we're going to get the Norganon ads in 40 seconds. They will be the walls of ads that move across. So we have to be ready with our CC stuff to make gaps and then move out of the gap
We're gonna do a swap at the last second, therefore.
at the last second, okay? So just
Of course,
remember,
it's
when the next ads are about to spawn, you need to be moving to the centre of the room first. So we're holding off for now.
How long
I'll
we got?
come talk with 5 seconds to go on the time. Okay, I'm going to move in now.
Got it.
Got beam. Okay, in towards the centre, and be ready to move out of the gap. Okay, here they are.
Got to yourself.
focus on getting out and then avoid the ads. I can't quite see immunity debuffs, so someone can call out when they're no longer immune. Keep avoiding them.
Dilbert.
Kill them.
Got Dilbert.
Got a Sarah. Right, back to normal. Now the next ads in 40 seconds will be the Amanthal big ads. So that will be the ones at the marks. Remember, you're going to kill the one at skull first. I also will pop drums during those ads. Okay, gonna come taunt. Got a
That one,
Sarah.
one's very early. It's really not an issue at that point.
Sorry, I just went by DBM there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's they've shortened that. I don't know why.
Okay. I guess we can do another swap right before the next ads. Okay, be ready to nuke the skull ad. I will
Let's
do
swap.
a swap now. Got a Sarah.
Got Dilbert.
Okay, nuke the ads, popping drums. Good time for second potions. Got Nora.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
Do you want to swap now or wait a little?
What are you on? 1,
Enjoy my icy
2. Let's
Two.
wait for your next
before
stack.
you are frozen
Okay.
solid.
Like it's barely slowing me down yet. I don't know why it's telling me.
Okay,
Here we go.
got Dima.
Got.
Okay, good job on the ads.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
We'll get Golganeth next. In 40 seconds, they will be the spread and kill ads again. Also, I'm holding reses in case we lose a tank at the moment. Eight. 18 seconds to ads.
Coming for Dilbert.
Taunting.
Enjoy my icy
Got Nora.
before you
Ads
are
in a few seconds, so it'd be good to use second potions on the ads if you haven't used them yet.
I want to see your limbs
Remember, stay spread, so everybody spread now, including melee, so just be spread, and then be careful moving around. Better to take a bit more time moving to an ad than to clump up. So anything you've got survival-wise as well, if you're low health.
enjoy my icy yes before you are
So just be very careful as melee, it's an annoying one.
Got Nora. Take Dilbert.
Got Demon.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
Okay, let's use one res on Whirlwind, and then we'll have 2 in the bank again.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
Oh,
And
what
next
happened?
ads in 40 seconds will be the big ones again. Coming to talk. Got Nora.
Got Dilbert.
So remember, next ads in 30 seconds, you're going to nuke the one at skull first.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
Although it's 20 seconds away, we might not even need to. Depends on the health of the boss. Yeah, 12 seconds away. I'm going to say just keep nuking the bosses.
Got Nora.
Got Dima.
Enjoy my icy
So ignore the ads when they spawn, just keep nuking the bosses. And use any defensive cooldowns you've not
Never mind.
managed to
Congrats.
use. Never mind.
Congrats, everybody.
Grants.
Good job.
Where's it coming?
Oh, 950 healing trinket.
Wow.
A 3 conqueror tier.
Stop just a sec, guys. This cat.
bio here, or
I'm guessing trash until the next boss and then bio.
I hate that boss for when it does like the don't stand within 2 yards of each other. It's horrible to stand there.
Still alive, Thor. Rip.
Sorry, I'm
Drown.
back.
Moo.
Oh,
Right, so we've got the 3 Conqueror tier shoulders, we've got plate feet, and we have the healing trinket. So I will start with the tier. Conqueror times 3.
I already have it. Must have got it last time.
Get you.
Yeah. Titanfall twice.
I think Eldris went AFK. Just
He did. He had a cat emergency,
Yeah.
apparently.
and he might want to roll for this.
I'm sure he will.
Hasn't he already won an item though?
Right, I'm going to work down the list. So Merm is highest roll with no item yet. Congrats, Merm.
That's mate.
We're not waiting for Eldris then.
Oh, Eldris is coming back, sorry.
Yeah, well, he had a cat emergency, so.
Ah, okay, sorry.
Well,
I
you
will
can,
wait.
well, you can hand out to the 2 highest rollers anyway, in case Elders beats them. There's still one for him.
Well, I'll just wait a second anyway.
Well, if he rolls like 8 million, then he gets all 3.
Ooh.
And he probably will.
So he's already won loot, so it won't matter, would it? We've got enough rolls there.
Oh yeah, if you don't need any of the loot that's dropped, you can start bio.
So, as I don't need the tier shoulders, would you like me to roll on behalf of Eldris, or do we not know? We don't know if he wants them, do we?
Hello.
Oh, you're there.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. Uncle's cat. Looking after Uncle's cat, and it's been a bit of a pain.
Cat.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're just doing the Conqueror shoulders. There are 3 sets, so if you want it, you can take a roll.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he wants them.
Yep. Then again, he's had an item already,
Ah,
so
true.
yeah. I just
Oh,
realised
that's
that.
so harsh.
That's fine.
So
Okay.
harsh.
So after Merm, the next highest roll is Whirlwind with a 47, it looks like. With no item yet, so that's Grat's Whirlwind, set number 2.
Grats.
Grats. Thank you.
And next we got Vinny with a 42. Vinny's had an item. So after that, it is me with a 35.
Moo.
Grats.
Grats.
Totally not rigged.
Right, I'll do the Titan Forge next. 950 healing trinket. If if I link it properly.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh,
Karen,
I had an item already anyway, so not wasting my rolls here.
dear.
Especially against you, Twix. Damn. And that
Yeah,
new
two good
guy.
rolls
That's
there,
a new guy.
95 and 94, but with no item yet. Congrats, Twix.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I really, really wanted that trinket.
Mm-hmm.
And
I really,
please,
really wanted to.
plate feet, 930s with haste and mastery.
You guys are the wrong spec, clearly. What?
Got check to the roll.
Thor's already had something.
Congrats, Seth.
Thank you.
Right, take a bio, go get some pie.
Oh, if only I had pie.
Pie in my mind now.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back.
Same here.
nice.
Well, they're the stupidest looking feet in history.
Oh, let's have a look.
They're on the large side.
Oh,
Who's
I
with
can't see
those?
it. I've got hooves. No.
Like I've got 80s leg warmers on.
Yeah, it looks
They
like it.
don't look good.
Yeah.
Just a bit clumpy.
One boots.
Right, back in a minute.
challenge the Brotherhood.
Hello.
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 Oh,
My PC crashed.
Oh,
I will be
That's
ordering
okay.
a new one this week, but hopefully it
Oh.
will last a few more days. It's very, very sick.
had to build a new one.
Right, let's start the trash. And just remember to keep looting the trash as we go along, that might be an epic waiting for you.
Lies.
This may be the one place in the universe sacred to the Legion. Demons would pluck out their eyes sooner than gaze upon it. Who could ever imagine such a sacrifice?
Mortals, I wasted millennia
fighting to spare you from corruption. Until at last, my
show this lackey of Sargeras he has no claim to our world.
Oh, stupid daggers everywhere. I'm gonna move it.
Okay, this boss,
I have many lucky
I will explain in a sec. Twix, did you do Agrimar last time? I can't remember.
I didn't.
Which one's Agrimar?
He was the big guy that has that sort of dance that we have to do where the tanks keep swapping and there's a cleave and then a soak and then a cleave and then a soak.
Oh, and a big circular platform. That dude.
Yes.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Okay, then I will explain before you get back. Okay.
Whereabouts are you?
We can throw you a summon.
Oh, thank you. I was just trying to work out on the map where you are.
Okay, so while we summon Twix, a quick run through of this boss for those that didn't do it. The main thing is actually the tanks, because there's a bit of a tank dance to this fight.
Yay!
There's a raid. You need to sort of stay spread most of the time, because you need to be 4 yards spread through the main phase. But when he gets to 100 energy, he's going to do a specific set of attacks. So when he does that, the whole raid has to come and stack with the melee behind the boss. Now, when I say behind the boss, I mean at the point where I call for the stack. He will be turning to face you, but you still stay there, because tanks will occasionally be pulling him around to do a shared cone thing on the whole raid. So when that happens, if you're ranged, you run and stack on melee and stay together through that series of specials. And as tanks, we'll just be turning around and then taunting back and whatever. But during that special thing, all you have to do as a raid is stay stacked on him. Then when he's finished his specials, he'll start channeling a large explosion, so you just run back to where we're standing now, pretty much. The further away you get from that, the less damage it will do. I will just put a gill bank down so I can make another cauldron, because that was actually my last. Just a sec, I'll take some flasks and make a cauldron.
Do we need a feast?
We will need a feast. Right, cauldron coming up in a sec.
Feast is here.
So yeah, just make sure, as a raid, you are spread for the normal bit, and then just stack on melee for the special. Cauldron going down in front of the feast. Now, in the normal phase, you will see some fire waves spawning from the boss. They just come out in a bit of a fan shape, so particularly for melee, you just step to one side if you need to and make sure the flames don't hit you. And stay 4 yards spread as ranged. A bit later in the fight, there'll be 3 big circles that get put down on the ground. you just move away from those if you're ranged. And then at the end of the fight, you'll get a combination of the big fiery circles on the ground, and then there'll be fire waves coming out from them as well. So you have to move out of the big circles, and then watch for waves coming across as well. And the special bit remains every now and then. Now for there will be an intermission phase in between the normal phase happening. There'll be ads that spawn all around the platform. There'll be 2 big ads, which we tank either side of his shield. But as DPS, you want to nuke the small ones that are called embers. They will spawn all around the platform and just slowly move towards the boss. So you want to spread out when that happens. If you see an area without many people, head there, just so we've sort of got a bit of an even cover around it, and nuke the ads, and make sure all the embers die before they reach him. If you have a stun, it's good to save them in case an ad gets close. Or if you see you're on a side alone, you can get the stun in early whilst the people kill other ones. Then they can get over to kill yours. And only after all the embers are down, you kill the 2 that's being tanked. And when all the ads are down, the normal phase resumes. So yeah, stay spread as range in the normal bit. Avoid the waves when they come out. Avoid the big circles when they appear. And just be ready to stack on melee when we call for it. Seth, you didn't taunt before the special, did you? It was just whichever tank had him started off with the cleave.
It will probably be me.
Okay.
So you will go behind. I will take first thing. You will taunt. You will turn him round.
Yep.
Then take a thing. I will taunt. Done.
So I am gonna. I've just put that red mark so I know which way the cleave is facing. Right, we are good to do the thing.
Right, here we go.
Okay, pre-pot's at the ready.
5, 4, 3,
Pre-pot now.
1.
Will heroism end at final phase? Was there a swap in the normal phase, by the way?
Yes, there is. Roundabout now.
Take it.
But we're supposed to be stacked, aren't we?
Oh, we are, yeah. Okay, to avoid those flames. Pretty easy to avoid. Right, he's going to do his specials, so I'm moving away. Stack on the melee.
Now you taunt.
So you need to stack on the melee to take this thing. Now I'm going to move him in front.
Now I taunt.
And now just move far, far away, land. Good. That's all we have to do with each of those specials. Okay, ads are appearing, so spread out, nuke the end. You can kill my ad or Seth's ad next. His skull. And now nuke the last one. And then the middle phase will have. It's the same as the first phase, but instead of the fiery walls, it will now be the big red circles to avoid. Or orange circles. Okay, so stay spread, remember, as ranged, 4 yards apart. Here come the circles, just move away from them. Got the boss. Okay, he's getting close to his specials. Specials happening now, stack behind the boss.
spinny. Taunty.
Okay, so after this one, be ready. And now just move away. So you just have to get outside that big circle you can see on the ground. Doesn't really matter which side. And now back to normal.
Just bringing him back a bit.
Back on you. Big circles. Got the boss. Need to be quick moving out of those circles. Just remember the 4-yard spread for that, please. More circles. Closing on the specials. Here we go. Stack on the boss, behind the boss with melee.
Spinny, spinny. God.
Okay, now just get out of the circle. And at 40% he'll do the add phase again, so be ready for that. Circles. Boss. Right, here come the ads. So spread out, use those embers. Call if you see one getting too close. Avoid the swirlies as well in this phase.
Kill the one with the skull on.
Stay focused on avoiding those swirlies.
Kill the new skull.
Now remember...
I'll pick him up in a second.
Okay, get behind the boss. Stay spread, so stay spread as range. I'm popping heroism, use your second potion. And avoid the circles. Remember they will also send the walls of fire out after they burst. So it's moving out of the circles and then avoiding the fire that flies out. But stay spread as range. Circles, and be ready for the walls of fire after. Then he's going to get close to the special. Stack on melee.
Spinny. Taunty.
Okay. After this one, be ready to get out of the circle. Out of the circle.
Oh shit.
Bye.
Just make sure you don't run off the edge.
I saw you fall.
Did you get sent back up or are you still off the edge?
I'm off the edge.
Okay, so stay spread. Out of the circles, ready for the fire from you darting across. Keep moving from the circles. I've got 11 standing.
Taking them.
Avoid the fire, and then the special will start in a second. Stack on melee.
Spinny, spinny. Taunting.
And avoid the circle. Go from off the edge.
But it's so hard.
And now spread as ranged. Be ready for the
said.
big circles appearing.
Just bring it back in time.
All my cooldowns.
Good job.
Good job done, guys.
You did it!
Resin.
Angramar's essence is free. He can stand beside his brethren once more. Our victories mean
Thank you.
nothing.
Oh, does that really say 18.4 million damage?
It does.
Oh,
Really?
Don't forget to loot the boss, guys.
Yeah, loot the boss because there will be the quest items of it.
The Titans can sever that connection, but not here. They need to bring the soul of Argus to their place of power, the seat of the
Is that a pretty good tank trinket, or am I?
On the face of it, yeah. I mean, that's like we rave about the reliquary, and that does 3.1 million damage.
To imprison Sargeras.
What's the cooldown on that one?
Heroes, I can
2.5 minutes, too, if you use it all.
Once they start the ritual.
I think this is a nice one for single hits.
You don't say.
Right, we've got 2 pieces of tier. I will start with the Vanquisher Helm. This is Rogue, Death Knight, Mage, Druid. So anyone needing the Rogue, Death Knight, Mage, Druid tier helm?
Yeah, I don't want to break the other two. It's the old story.
Great, Seth.
Moot.
That's
Congrats.
We've got the Conqueror Helm, Paladin, Priest, Warlock, Demon Hunter.
Oh, goodbye, old Forset.
Nice.
Right. So no other rolls. Highest roll was Murmurs had an item. Second highest, Oishi hasn't had an item. Congrats, Oishi.
Congrats.
Mate.
Move.
We'll do the Foul Relic, plus 68. Congrats, Fiona.
that's
Move.
And that leaves the tanky trinket.
You gonna give it a go, Thor?
I'll let you take this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I actually got the. Well, I've already got 2 trinkets on the raid. Plus, you tank every week. I just tank when Brum's not here. So.
No. I suspect there is a reason that is not as good as it appears on face value, but
Well, you can't activate abilities whilst you're channeling the absorb.
yeah, but it's
So
3 seconds,
so
and it's 18 million. So, like, who
Sounds
cares about
amazing.
3 seconds for that?
if it's nice, I will pick the next one up.
saying 9 million on mine when I look at it.
That's because you're a scrub.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
the
fair enough.
absorbs and the healing things, they do different amounts depending on what spec you're in.
Okay.
Let's go.
No, it's because it's
True. Yeah. Talk to Magni, and there's a cinematic to watch if you haven't watched it yet.
Come, speak with me.
Why did I die?
I don't know.
Have tales to tell.
It's the glowing bluish dwarf.
Pressing you.
Can anyone put a guild bank down at the back?
sure.
And make sure you are repaired before this fight.
Okay, how are we doing on the Antras? Fantastic, got loads of Vantas runes. Thanks to whoever put the Vantas runes in. suspect it was with the massive stock of foulwort that was provided last raid. Right, so I'm going to move some Vantis runes to the food tab.
Let's see if it bugs out this time.
Oh yeah, Tangerine still pulled the boss when he put this on.
Oh my god.
He's probably got a taunt macro to his Vantis rune.
I suspect so.
I haven't. Sure it did.
Right, so you take the rune, make sure it's in your bags and the bank isn't open. Then you left-click the boss just to target him, and then right-click the Vantis rune in your bags.
Pro tip, you do not have to be facing the boss to right-click your Vantis rune. It will work when you're not facing him, and then he can't.
If you've got any kind of auto-attack on right-clicking, you can face away. Right, now I will run through this fight for those that haven't done it.
That includes me, by the way.
Me.
It's fairly straightforward.
It really is.
Heard that one before.
Yeah, IKEA stuff is horrible, not straightforward at all.
I think you'd make a great.
Adult Lego, it's brilliant.
I think you'd make a great career, Thor, making those manuals with your sketching skills and your explanation.
I'll bear that in mind.
And all else fails.
Could you imagine at the end of every IKEA manual it just says do the thing?
Just make sure you got your food first.
Do the thing or sit on the floor all night.
Right, so Argus has 4 phases. The first phase, we are just going to be tanking where he is. And you're more or less going to stay stacked as the raid. He will be doing a couple of things. Now, one is called Soul Blight Orb, and that will be 3 people in a sequence. So one person gets it, then a second later someone else, and then a second later the third person. If you get that, you just sort of need to run behind the raid, because after a few seconds you'll drop a big purple patch off. It's important to move back, because if you drop that where we're standing, we all have to shift over, and that really throws us off for another mechanic. So if you get Soul Blight, just move behind everybody else, and make sure you're not standing at the back if you aren't dropping that off. Now the other thing to do is he's going to put a cone on people. He'll pick someone at random and then start casting a cone wherever they were standing when he picked them. So as soon as he starts casting the cone, we all move to the right, because after a couple of seconds there'll be a big cone of purple on the ground, and you don't want to be standing underneath it when it lands. So ideally everybody should be to the right before it hits. There's a good couple of seconds to move, so don't wait to finish a cast. Anything you're doing, you have to stop and just move straight away. So it's handy if you can strafe as well, rather than having to turn and move. So we just keep cycling round. We keep going anti-clockwise, round to the right. So it's just moving right from the cone and moving the Soul Blight behind us. The other thing is there will be 2 people with C and star marks on. One person will get mark of the C and the other one will get it mark of the star. You move those slightly back and slightly right, just make so they're not directly behind us, because that's where people are dropping the Soul Blight. But don't be too far to the right, because we don't want to be too split up with that. But a few steps to the right are generally enough. and just make sure the two orbs are not dropped on top of each other. You want to be a couple of yards apart. The reason being that those two will drop a white orb and a blue orb, and when you run through one of those orbs, you get a minute-long buff. If you do the white one, you'll get, I think it's haste and versatility, and the blue one will give you crit and mastery. Now these will drop quite frequently, so if you run, when they drop again, if you run through the same colour orb, you'll get an extra stack of whichever buff you went into. If you run into the opposite colour orb, it will sort of clear your stacks and you start back at one of the new one. So you just want to pick your correct colour, or whichever gives you the best stats, run through that one first, and then each time they drop, if you can get into it safely, do so to add an extra stack. But if the orbs are in the middle of the purple, just forget it, because if you run into that, you'll take a lot of damage, which is unnecessary. And that's it for phase 1. We just keep cycling around the room until we push him to 70%. Now, at 70%, we get a phase where we need to run to the center of the room as soon as the phase triggers. So if you see the golden circle he's standing in, we all want to be in there. Just make sure you're behind the boss still, not in front with the tanks. Reason being that will get a swirly storm going around, and you will get killed within about a second if you're standing in that storm. So move to the center, get a swirly storm going around, and you will get killed within about a second. There's not much to the fight at that phase. There'll be some storm. Green lines that go across the, I think they're green, they might be purple, but there are lines that go across the room in random directions. You just need to make sure you're not standing in those lines. So it can be a pain for melee because they all tend to go through the center. So as melee, sometimes you just have to move away from the boss for a couple of seconds and then back when the line has gone. But just focus on avoiding those lines. The more important thing is at 50 energy, 2 people will get a thing called Soul Burst. Now if you get that, those 2 people need to run to the blue and the green marks that are put down. I'm going to say in the corners, but it's a circular room. But you can see they're spread a long way apart. Just because those 2 people will do a 45-yard burst. So if you see someone's already running to the blue or the green, you need to run to the opposite one. And if you're both running to the same one, you don't need to panic. You've got time before they explode. You just need to make sure you're on one each and not going to the same mark. It's extra important that at 100 energy, there will be those 2 soul bursts for the blue and green. There will also be a soul bomb, which needs to run to the orange, because that one does more damage, and we have a tank thing we can use to absorb that blast from you. So it's just vital, if you get the soul bomb, you move to the orange. The bursts move to the blue and green. The rest of the raid can just stay near the center. You just don't want to be near any of the exploding marks, because the further away from each of them you are, the less damage you take. And we just cycle through that until 40%, when the boss will disappear and split into a bunch of ads. The ads will be all the way around the outside of the room. And then after a few seconds, 2 of them will get special weapons. One will get the Cosmos thingy, which will buff any nearby ads. And if you pick that one up, Seth, with that one, it can just be...
Which one's right?
The Cosmos. I think
did you figure out how to spot him quickly?
They added something when we killed it to appear above the heads.
Oh, good. Do you know what that thing was?
Yes. It's it's in the journal. It's the symbol of what actually the spell is. So.
I think that's stellar armor. So the Cosmos one is the greenish sword-looking icon, and I'll pick up the one with the blue glowy axe.
I see it, Sword of the Cosmos.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just want to try and tank the Cosmos one away from any other ads. So the center's usually a good place.
I think the ad has a big ass sword as well.
Yeah.
He didn't the first time we came.
And you don't need to do any grips or anything on the others. They need to stay around the outside. And I will be picking up the other one with the sword, and I'll move that from ad to ad to get some cleave whilst we're killing stuff. For DPS, each ad will get a debuff on it, which increases damage done by a specific type. So one will be, say, extra damage from shadow, one from fire, one from physical, and so on. They'll get markers above their heads, so you can nuke the one that gets your marker for your damage type, and then when that one's dead, you can just kind of go around and essentially hit whichever's lower or closest or whatever. And that phase lasts until all the ads are down. And then we get the final phase, where we will all die, and then we get revived. When we do, we have to run as ghosts to a tree that's appeared, and when we run to that tree, we get sent back to the boss. And we have to do that quickly, because he's channeling a raid wipe ability that we need to interrupt before it finishes. But we need to wait until everybody's out and in position before we interrupt that. So, although we get out quickly, we just hold off on the interrupt until his cast is getting finished, and just make sure we interrupt it before it ends. Then we'll be popping heroism and nuking with everything we've got, because that first 20 to 30 seconds of that phase is sort of the biggest damage time we get in the final phase. The only things to do in that final phase are avoiding swirlies. There will be lots of swirlies over the platform, and there will be ads that occasionally spawn around the outside. We have to nuke the ads, but when they are dying, you'll see a circle around them, and if you're in that circle after they've died, you'll take a big bit of damage. Now, you do get a second or two to run out of that, so for melee you can still nuke them. It's just if they're getting a big circle, you might need to move out before it does the burst. If it's a small circle, you'll have time to move away when it dies before the burst happens. And then when all the ads are dead, it's back on the boss, and keep avoiding swirlies throughout. It's just vital that we kill all the ads, because their purple circles grow, and if we leave one too long, its circle will cover the whole platform and wipe the whole raid when it bursts. What we will do in the final phase is I will call out for one or maybe two people, it's possibly going to be two, to on the first set of ads make sure you get killed, or if someone's already dead, I might have them do it. But when we die in the final phase, you come back as a ghost, and you can run back to the tree and get back to the main phase. But I will have two people staying dead to pick up some sort of orby moty things that drop in the spirit phase, because that will give everybody in the main phase a damage buff. So I'll call for one person to take the blue side of the room and one person the green side in the spirit phase to stay dead and just keep picking up motes. But that was enough talking for now. Let's work on the fight, and I'll call everything out as it happens.
I'm missing a handful of food buffs.
Yeah, let's have a feast. But what we found when we killed this last week was that we very quickly ended up flying through the first three phases, and it was just working on that final phase that got us. And we taunted about 3 stacks in the main phase, but sometimes we held for a bit longer depending on what was about to happen. That was mainly for the middle phase and the last one with the bombs that were exploding. Okay, let's give it a go, and we are saving heroism for the final phase.
Go do the thing.
You can do the thing. Yeah.
Move.
Move.
Right, pre-pot's ready.
4, 3,
Pre-pot now.
1.
Boots. Be in a line with the melee, make sure you're not too far back or to either side. So those at the very far back become a bit closer, just give people space to move the Soul Blight orbs. So the sea and the sky just move a bit to the right. That's Eldorus and Lalila. Okay, that. So we need those ideally moved to the right rather than drop where we're standing, because if they drop on top of people that will reset their buffs. Soul Blight orbs behind the raid. So move behind and move right, everybody right. Now stack up on the edge of the purple, so you want to be right on the edge, and just keep moving the Soul Blight behind. Sea and sky move to the right. Again, not too far, just a couple of yards away. Okay, now refresh whichever buff was yours. And be ready for a cone, move right, so all right. And I see people not moving straight away, you need to move faster. Soul Blight orbs behind the raid. Sorry, taking the boss. And sea and sky move slightly to the right. Cone, move right, all right. Soul Blight orbs behind the raid. Be ready for a cone in a few seconds.
Got it.
Cone, move right. So stack back up on the edge of the purple.
Wrong, I just barely stepped in.
Yeah, it's painful if you try and get that orb.
I wasn't trying to get the orb, I was just adjusting to the edge.
Okay. We're going to save the res because we will get resed at the end anyway. So we'll save the reses in the final phase. Okay, move into the centre. Into the centre. So stack up behind the boss on the melee. Now, be ready. If you get the Soul Bomb, you move to the orange. If you get the Soul Burst, you move into the green or the blue. So just check now where those marks are so you know. And you can taunt when I need to run out. So, okay, if you take it now.
Eldorus run to the orange.
Orange.
Just a bit of time, I'll stay with you. So we just space on these marks until the things are burst. And now we run back. But avoid Seth whilst we're running back. I will taunt now. So this is all we're doing until 40%. So we're going to get the bomb again in a few energy. The Avatar will switch as well, I think, before the bomb happens. Or it's not going to, I'll move out. The bomb
I bomb run to orange.
I have the Avatar.
So that was weird timing.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Sorry, let's get back. That did not happen when we killed him.
That's what happened every time the first time I was here.
That was weird with me and Super. We had the Avatar switch about a second after the bomb got applied. Okay, what standard stuff get back. So first phase, pretty good. Just remember the faster you can run from the cone, the better.
Yeah, the Soul Blight did kind of catch us out there, so just remember your Soul Blight needs to be moved to the back. Make sure you repair.
Yeah, it's handy that we can mount up here. Makes it pretty easy and no running back either. So.
If we could move the mammoth off the feast, though. Thank you.
So the two soul bursts, they have to run to the same side or opposite sides?
No, opposite sides.
Opposite. So one soul burst wants to be on blue, and the other soul burst on the green. Like I say, because we don't know who's going to get it, it's random. We can't really assign a patch each, but you've got a decent amount of time before they actually burst. So you can see where each other are going, and if you're both headed in the same direction, there's time for one of you to divert. So I suggest not sprinting out to the side straight away, just in case you both sprint the same direction. If you start moving slowly, you've got time to get out there. And then you've got your sprint available if as an emergency. It's just important that whoever gets the soul bomb moves to the orange, which is why it's always worth, when you're moving around to avoid the lines, just keep an eye on where the orange is.
Did you want to change anything, though?
Tanking wise, I think we might hold off on the swap.
Well, if we come back, when we come back the first time after the swirly stuff, for the first tank to pick him up, only take 2 instead of 3, it should line us up.
I think it's the thing that makes us grow, that's on a specific timer.
Yes, but the reason we were in the wrong place is because the stacks didn't line up. So if one of us only takes 2 at the beginning, that should put it so that we're swapping just before it changes.
True, we can do that.
Just a thought.
Yep. Okay, we'll do it that way. Alright, I think we are good to go if the Whispers agree.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, pre-pot's ready.
3, 2,
Pre-pot now. And they're getting quite close, and make sure you're in a nice line. So if you find that you're a lot further back than other people, or a lot further to one side, just tighten back up. Okay, see in the sky to the right.
To the right.
Side jump. Okay, we need to make sure they're to the right. On this occasion there is time to get your buff. He is going to do a cone soon, so be ready. So Soul Blight orbs behind. And move right, everybody right.
Soul Blight's to the back.
Get Soul Blights behind. So it's just important to check your debuffs. Okay, see in the sky to the rightish.
Got boss move though.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That was close.
Okay, be ready for a cone. Cone now, move right. Soul Blight orbs coming, move behind the boss, move behind the raid if you get it. So Soul Blight's back. Boss. See in the sky to the right. Again, make sure you're not on top of each other. That's it. Be ready for a cone as well, so be quick, get your orbs, then back to the purple, now right. Move right. Soul Blight orbs, move behind if you get that. Cone will be coming soon, be ready. See in the sky to the right. Move right, all right. Refresh your buff. And be ready to get in the centre soon, so just make sure you're not too far back unless you're dropping an orb. Here we go, get in towards the centre. So be behind the boss, but in the centre circle. Now just be ready for the march. Remember, the Soul Bomb will be orange. And Soul Burst will be the blue and the green.
Taking the boss.
So here's the soul bomb. Bomb to orange, bursts to blue and green. Got the boss. I'll just
got boss.
I'll take over when the bomb hasn't appeared, or when you've got the avatar.
Oh, Vinny.
Bomb to orange. I will taunt as soon as you've got the avatar.
Yep.
Got him.
That's better. Got boss.
Okay, in a few seconds will be the bomb and the burst again. I'll just wait until the bomb's up, and I'll taunt. Okay, here come the ads.
Run it.
Got bombs and stuff
Let's
still.
still do the positions for the things, so they need to be done. So blue and green with the bursts, orange with the bomb.
Unmaker, the one force that can bind your relentless fury.
Right, now spread out for the ads. So again, you're taking the greeny swordy icon one when it appears above the head, and I'll take the bluey ads. It tended to be between the blue and the orange, the green and the orange marks, I think. It would appear in a couple of seconds. Go. Got my axe.
I'm not seeing a sword.
I see it.
We're on the sword one, yeah, middle.
Go around the outside.
Please no taunt.
That's the axe which was mine.
Oh, so where's the
ones
fuck
on-
is the sword then?
It's the red cross.
Right. Yeah, that's not obvious at all.
It doesn't have a big cross over his head?
Big
That
ass
wasn't what I
sword.
was looking for. I'm looking for a Cosmos thing.
Do you not see the icons above the health bars? Okay.
No, I didn't either.
Have you got an updated DBM? Because I think it was DBM that did it.
That's unit frames, that might be DBM.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes it a little more awkward then. Because we see big glowing icons above the health bars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well when we see it we can call... Do you see the normal markers on them?
Yeah.
Like the cross and... Okay, we can call which one it's on then, if that's...
Yeah, I can
That's
see the
easy.
health bars and that, but I can't see which one's which.
I guess there might be different add-ons interfering with it.
Yeah, Razab, I get that, but I can't see the sword, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've got the same problem.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I
That's
didn't
weird.
see it the first week,
Oh, no,
but
it's
when
not,
we
it's
came
just
to the
I can't see
kill...
it.
I can try to call out north or stuff. You
No,
know
just
how
call
that
out
works,
markers.
right?
Markers is easier.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, essentially we just pick those up. Yours is tanked around the center, mine is taken to the outside. And then we just kill the ants.
I think we might have lost Jug.
Possibly. Whilst he's offline, it's a good time for a bio.
Cool.
The first two phases are going well, so...
Just grab your feast before you go for a bio.
There's a tidy plates extension, I'm just going to grab it.
Well, I did the boss mods before I came on, so
Well, it's unit frames, so I can't see that being bloody boss mods. The boss mods has never touched unit frames before, is it?
I don't
guess
know.
not. I don't know.
Not unit frames, sorry. What are they called? plates, whatever they're called.
Yeah, tiny plates or whatever.
Right, be right back.
No, slower. Right.
Lapdogs, all of you.
Okay, so a couple of things with the ad phase. For the DPS, the special weapon ads, because they all spawn around the outside, then 2 of them will get picked for the special weapons, and we're not going to know which they are until it appears. I did
or significantly after it appears in my case.
Yeah. I did think when we were working on the kill last week that it was fixed, because I got the same one about 4 times in a row. But then, as soon as I said that, it was a completely different one the next try, so it is random. If you're DPSing one with your debuff on, and then it gets picked for the weapon, you can still stay on it. They don't do a cleave or anything. There's nothing that means DPS have to stop on them. And it's actually quite good to kill the special ones, because if they're down first, it means they're not hitting tanks like trucks, because they've got extra damage and they buff each other and things. So, if the one that you're on suddenly starts moving because it's one of the weapons, you can stay on it and keep nuking it. Yeah, like I say, when yours spawns, Seth, you just tank it around the middle, and I'll have mine around the outside with the other ads.
Mm-hmm.
And we can call out which one yours, or which mark yours is, if you're not seeing the weapon.
Tidy plate should show it now, but even so.
Okay. Yeah, I've got tidy plates, and just all of a sudden it started showing it last Monday, was it? I didn't have to change any settings for it, but
I've just updated, so.
Okay. Yeah, I might have actually had a tidy plates update. That might have been it. And yeah, for the other thing in the ad phase, they will be doing some casts. One of them is just small damage, and that is called Star Blast, which you can interrupt if there are plenty of interrupts to go round. But it's vital that one called Cosmic Beacon gets interrupted, because there's a big bit of raid damage and a dot if that goes through. Each of the ads will cast it, but it won't always be at the same time. So we just need to make sure we've always got an interrupt available on each ad if they do the Cosmic Beacon. Doesn't matter who interrupts it, just as long as it gets interrupted each time. Which is mostly a bit of a pain at the start of that phase, because all the ads are up. But once we've killed a couple, we tend to have enough per ad that they're easy enough to interrupt. Right, doing one more check. If Jug gets back on, we will invite him back.
Check flasks. Bunch here with expiring flasks.
Right, let's do the thing if the Whispers agree.
Just waiting on a few more expiring flasks. Still waiting on expiring flasks. Whispering again.
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Flask is going to expire in 2 minutes. If you just pop a new one on.
Yeah, we've got a lot of flasks that are sort of with alchemists still running from the previous one, so we're not going to cauldron this last one. So if you need another flask, If anyone could put a guild bank down at the back.
Down.
Okay. So there will be flasks in the flask tab if you need one. Okay, how are the whispers now?
Just a sec. There we go.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
Okay.
5, 4,
Pre-pot's ready.
3, 2,
Pre-pot now.
1.
Sea in the sky, right?
I have threat.
I've counted.
My bad.
Okay. Cone, move right. Sea in the sky, right?
Got boss.
Cone, move right. Soul light behind. And just make sure you don't move left at the cone. And keep moving those soul light orbs back. We've just had one right. You need to move back towards the purple on the left, so don't stay back at the orbs. You need to be back where the cone is, taking the boss. Cone, move right now. Soul Blight, move back. So keep moving behind the raid with the Soul Blight. Sea and sky, right? Try and get a little further apart than that, just so that there's space between the orbs. Cone, move right. Soul Blight orbs, move back.
Too wide.
Okay, move in. Be behind the boss. And just a reminder, we're not using reses in the early phases, because we all get res at the end anyway. We can save our combat reses for phase 4. Also be ready for the stuff. Check where the blue, green and orange marks are. The icon actually disappeared.
Let's hit the boss now. Got boss.
Soul burst to the blue and green.
Keep moving out of the groups.
Yeah, just make sure you're not standing behind the boss's melee when the beam is going through you. Taking the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You should be able to taunt when I get the aggro marking. It's going to switch to me before the bomb goes off. Alright, moving out.
Got the boss.
Okay, I think.
First, the boss is on the other.
Got the boss. Right, bomb coming up. So bomb to the orange, that's on clicks.
Got boss.
Okay, back in. And then we're getting the ads, so remember, spread out.
Time answers to me, Unmaker.
So if you do see the icon, yours is the green swordish thing, the blue axe is me. But if we see which one it's on, we'll call out as well, just in case your tidy plates and not shut. Normally a couple of seconds after the ads have appeared. So you can keep DPS in the one that gets turned into the weapon if it's your debuff. Just remember, interrupt the cosmic beacon. Right, debuff's going on, and the weapons will be any second. See, I've got mine.
Sword guy star.
Sword guy
Going to the center.
Yeah. Okay, I'm taking mine to another ad. Remember, have an interrupt the cosmic beacon, that's vital. The weapon ones won't do the casts, but the others will. Someone can be ready to interrupt the blue one if it does cosmic beacon, because no one's at it at the moment. And those rays, you've got the idea, just point those away from other people. Just keep an eye on the blue and green if they do cosmic beacon. Okay, blue's doing cosmic beacon, that's it, and the green is doing it, so if anyone, that's it. They can kill the moon, I'm just going to move it round towards the blue. Okay, cleave. You can kill the star in the centre next, we'll get that one out of the equation. Stop the tank damage. Kill the star in the centre, and we'll leave the green one till last. And that was pretty much perfect phase 3. I will walk through that. So we're all going to die in a second, which I would have left as a surprise, but it's kind of important. Now, he'll do a bit of roleplay talking, but as soon as your button lights up to revive, you need to press the revive. Then you need to run to the tree, but avoid the little ads that are in the way, because they'll knock you back as a ghost. But when you move to the tree, you'll revive. It's just important we don't interrupt the boss until as many people as possible are out, but we have to interrupt before his cast finishes. And all you're going to do in phase 4 is nuke the boss and nuke ads when they spawn, and avoid swirlies. So be ready to revive any second, go now. So avoid the ads, move to that tree. Yeah, just release spirit and move to the tree. So we need to wait with the interrupts. Okay, interrupt now. We haven't interrupted.
Yes, we have.
Okay, I still see the cast on the far, that's really weird. Okay, I'm popping heroism. And use your second potion.
Watch out for swirlies, guys.
Avoiding swirlies. It's a pain for melee because they can be right underneath and not see them, but do your best to avoid. See? Keep.
Soul Burst always moves to the sides as well.
So make sure the Soul Bomb goes to orange and Soul Bursts to blue and green. So the Rage should be stacked more or less behind the boss. Ads! Yeah, nuke the ads. So all DPS nuke the ads. Eldorus, if you stay dead, can you keep running on the moats on the green side of the boss?
Sure.
So on the green side, you keep running into those moats. Okay. Keep nuking. Got the boss. We're going to get some more ads in a few seconds. Nuke the ads. Get all the ads.
Boss.
Okay, Christian res. You can just run back to the tree. Lalila, can you stay dead and pick up the moats on the blue side of the boss? So Lalila don't revive. You can pick up the ads on the blue side of the boss. Everybody else can run back and revive. So we've got.
Won't let me.
Okay, if you can't revive, just stay dead and pick up the moats. So.
Got boss.
Ads, nuke the ads. You have to nuke those quickly.
But I'm still in the spirit world. What do I do?
You can pick up moats if you're dead.
Run into the Orby things, Twix, I think.
Tree should still have energy.
Yeah, strange.
Okay, keep running back to the tree if you can. Got the boss. So
Just run through the tree. It's gone now. It's taking damage, heal it.
okay, it's gone. Right, we'll res Fuzz, and we'll res Cersei, and we'll save one res for tanks.
Got boss.
Don't forget your health stones.
Ads, last set of them. Make sure you've used second potions. Nuke these ads. Got the boss. We're not going to kill the next set of ads. We got one more res. Get a Skepius up. Keep nuking and ignore the next ads. So keep avoiding swirlies. Keep nuking the boss. Make sure you've used second potions and health stones if you're low. So ignore the next ads. We just have to keep nuking.
Is there no tree anymore?
No, it dies, mate.
Keep nuking. Ignore these ads. Just keep nuking the boss. Have to keep going here.
Down.
Keep going, you've got this.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice, well done, guys. First time.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. No.
What?
0%. Don't.
What? The kill.
Bastard.
Oh no!
What the fuck?
No way.
We
Yeah,
just
the
hit the
one
enrage at 12 minutes. But that is the fight. So
Oh my god.
That is very confusing, that last phase. It really is.
I say if you die as DPS, well, pretty much anyone, you just you get returned as a ghost, like we did at the end of the third phase, and you just run all the way back to that tree, and it will revive you until it's run out of energy and died. In which case, that's no longer possible, and then we switch to combat res. So if you die after the tree res has stopped, then your entire job, unless you're combat resed, is to keep running through the moats as a ghost.
I didn't see any moats at the end there, though.
Yeah, they only spawn after the ads have
That's when the ads die.
been killed. So each set of ads that we kill, they cause moats to spawn, and people that are ghosts can run through them to give the buff to the main phase.
And the moats are the bigger, slightly bigger ones, not there's some smaller ones, aren't they, going around?
If you see things that look like creepy, shadowy spirit things, we avoid those as ghosts because they do knockback. They should look a bit like orbs that you're running through. Yeah, so you have to release your spirit when you die, so you can move your ghost around. It's just whilst the tree has energy, if you run back into the tree, you come back to the main phase. But once the tree has run out of energy, it pretty quickly dies, and rezzing with it isn't possible anymore. So that's when we're switching to combat reses.
I think we're running into the same problem. Well, we almost killed it, but anyway. We're running into the same problem we had the last time, which is we go through the whole of heroism and almost the whole of the potion without ever getting the buff. So I think if we stack the heroism and the potion with the buff, we'd probably do a lot more damage.
Problem is, it's not till quite late in that phase that we actually get the buff. Because I think it's only after the second set of ads that we have enough modes to put the buff on. People dead, so instead of having the heroism for all 20 people, or 22, we're having at least 2 that are still dead picking up modes, plus possibly a couple more dead from dying normally.
So do you get more and more ads as it goes along?
Yes, each set of ads has 1 extra.
Right, okay.
It's why we kind of get to that point where we just have to nuke and can't kill anymore. But then it's a race to kill the boss before that last set of ads nukes us. The thing is, we can hold the heroism, but it's going to be... there's a lot more swirlies later on as well, so there's a lot more moving, interrupting the casts. And then there are more ads to kill, with less people active, so... I think we try as we are, and if we are still not getting it, we'll switch to heroism until a bit later. But I think popping heroism and all the potions when everybody is alive, that gives us a full-out nuke on the boss.
The thing is, as many people as we want to have on the main phase after the orbs.
I'll
the
get out
less
a bit.
people you have inside picking orbs, the longer it's going to drag for us without the buff. Because it basically is where the ads die.
Where the ads died, yeah.
And there's like 4 ads in the first wave. So and one person can pick orbs out of 1 and just doesn't have enough time to go to the others because they're on the edges of the platform.
Or we can have 2 get killed on the first set of ads. Because we could use Aldous again on the green side, and we could have, say, Lalila on getting killed on the first set of ads to do the motes on the blue side. So when the first set of ads spawn, if you 2 just make sure you're killed by the blasts they do, and then you can pick up the motes that appear. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to do a ready check. I meant to say we are good to go if the Whispers agree.
To get yourself killed, you just need to stand in the black circle that's underneath the ad. If you're inside that circle when the ad dies, then you just get killed.
Oh, cool.
So you just run into melee range of one of the ads on the side of your mark, so Aldous green side.
If I do survive though during that phase, and I haven't like died before then, I'll probably end up coming back life at first with the cloak. So.
True.
And the other thing is the Spirit of Redemption, so you also would need to click that off.
Yes.
Yeah, if you've got the spirit thing and you click that off, will that kill you, or will you still...
I'll still come back until I die again.
Right.
Do you want me to do the orbs?
Yeah, that'd be good, Twix, if you could take the orbs on the green side. So, like we said, when we get that first set of ads in the final phase, if you just run to one near the green mark and get hit by the purple circle when it dies,
yeah,
and then you just release your spirit.
Yeah, you need to click off your Spirit of Redemption as well.
Yeah, and then just run through all the little orbs, avoiding the Shah thingies if possible.
Yeah, so you'll just have to release your spirit so you can run your ghost around, but keep running through the moats. Okay, let's do the thing.
I'm on green side.
Green side, yeah.
5,
Leyland's on.
4,
Okay, pre-pot's ready.
2,
Pre-pot
1.
now. Scenes. Sky to the right. That's it. A couple of yards apart is great for picking up the right orbs. Taunting. Cone, move right. Just checking, Seth, did you see the weapon debuff then?
Yeah.
On that.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a long old fight, but the first 3 phases are pretty straightforward. Okay, cone move right. Yeah, the first 3 phases are straightforward once you've done them a couple of times. It's just that final phase that's very hectic. Soul Blight back. Taunting. Cone will be coming soon, so just be ready. Be just after these orbs appear. Cone, move right.
Got boss.
See in sky, move a bit right. Cone, move right. That's an awkward placement for that Shadow Blight thing, so just remember if you get the Shadow Blight, a Soul Blight orb, you need to move back, not right with that. Okay, be in quite close behind the boss. And just remember the Soul Bomb, or Shadow Bomb, whatever it is going to be at the orange, and the bursts are going to be blue and green. Just keep avoiding lines.
Taken.
Got the boss. So bomb on 6 at the orange, other 2 at the blue and green.
Keep coming to a bit further, always the orange. That's it. Got boss.
Okay, 2 bursts here. I'm going to taunt as soon as my debuffs are gone, that way we can do a switch after. Got the boss. So the bomb will appear in 3 seconds. So if you taunt as soon as your stacks have dropped.
Now we can get a third one on you, I think. Got him.
Okay, moving out the bomb. Two bursts. Got the boss. Okay, I'm moving out.
Got boss.
Okay, be ready for the ads. So same again, just make sure we interrupt all the cosmic beacons.
Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can
This isn't the final phase, is it?
No, this is the ad phase. Okay, so be ready for the debuffs appearing in a second. Debuffs are appearing. When it should appear now. Okay, I've got aggro on yours, that's what you're on. Actually, mine was the one that got muted quickly. Orange looks low, so if you're looking for a target, hit the orange one. I'm going to run over to the green to be ready to interrupt that. After the orange, you can probably kill the one in the centre. Get that one out of the way. Just make sure we've got interrupts ready for the star and the moon. I've got an interrupt for the green. And make sure you got all your cool DPS cooldowns ready for the final phase. So no cooldowns being used here. Right, you can kill the star after the middle one's down. Just keep interrupting the cosmic beacons. Make sure we've got one for the moon. And then go for the green. And the last one. And that was a perfect first 3 phases. So just remember, as soon as your button to release your body, release your ghost appears in red, you need to click it. And you need to move straight to that tree while avoiding the little ants moving around. And then when we've got enough people out in position, we will interrupt and pop everything and nuke. So just remember that final phase, the more swirlies you can avoid, better. Be ready to release, it'll be any second. Release spirit.
Champions, fight to save your world.
Okay, get close to the boss if you can. Interrupting. Just pop heroism, all your cooldowns. And nuke. Make sure you've used second potions. Keep avoiding swirlies. Ads will be, well, do the soul bomb and the soul bursts. I'm taking the boss. Ads will be soon. Go kill the ads. And we've got Twix and Lilila getting killed by these. And then you two are just going to soak up the motes on your sides. So Twix will be on the green, Lilila on the blue.
I release spirit, don't I?
Yep. And then you just run through the moat you see. Anybody else that dies, just release and run straight back to the tree. You two are on moat duty. So keep using all your DPS cooldowns, keep avoiding swirlies. Take the boss. Karen, if you can keep an eye on the tree for me and let me know when it's out of energy and about to die. You ready for ads? Nuke the ads. So everybody nuke the ads. Remember, don't be in the purple circles when they die. So all DPS that are dying and healers should be running back to the tree now, except Lilila and Twix.
One charge left.
Okay, so get back to the tree quickly if you're dead. In the main phase, remember your warlock cookies. So keep going back to the tree. But anyone dead except the two.
Tree out of energy.
So keep going back to the tree if you die.
I'm going to take a bit of damage here.
Okay, be ready for ads.
I'm healing the tree.
Keep nuking the ads.
Soul burst. It's going to kill me.
Taking the boss. Yeah, the burst of the bomb usually do kill people. Do we have... Is the tree still up? Keep making your way to the tree if you can.
It's almost dead now. Don't release anymore.
Okay, let's use a res on Super and Fuzz.
They're ghost. Won't work.
Okay, don't release if you die. If you have released, you need to keep soaking the motes. We're going to get some ads in a few seconds. I'm going to say... Keep nuking. Nuke the boss. Just keep nuking of everything you've got. Make sure you use all cooldowns.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. Nice.
No.
Oh, nice.
Enjoy the cinematic.
Yeah, gotta watch this.
A small point worth noting next time. When you
Can we note it after the cinematic because I haven't seen it yet?
Sorry.
So we end up back on the ship.
Thank you.
Silly Val. There's a trinket you get from this boss, Whirlwind, and that basically just upgrades it.
Okay.
It just rolls separately, like a legendary or something like that.
That was good, that.
That guy just stabbed a planet.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
It's not.
He's got a big one. He was just showing it off.
It's flipping out. What's the place called? Near Tanaris. Sithilith. There you go. Yeah.
Silithus. Yep.
Silithus. So it's actually there if you go visit it.
Okay, as the
Bloody
cinematic is
artifact.
over, you can see the loot in chat. We've got a very nice Titan Forge piece.
Lose bit of shit tonight. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep.
Nothing to roll on at all.
There's a lot of mail and leather and stuff. Okay, I've given everyone a look for stuff. I will start with the Titan Forged cloth chest.
$960. Look at that.
That's a
Shame
nice
it's dishcloth.
piece. Hey.
Okay, just going to check the list.
Are you checking it twice?
I am. I'm seeing who's been naughty, and I don't know, is anyone nice?
I'm always
Yeah.
nice.
Right, so highest roller is I pawn a lot on 88. No item yet. So, grats.
Oh, moo.
That's right.
Congrats.
It was a very shiny piece.
Oh.
Right, next up we have a leather chest. I think this one's dropped twice. It has. So there's a 945 and a 940 leather chest, crit and versatility.
That makes life easy.
Yeah, it does. Now, both people have had one item, so Oishi, I assume you want the 945.
Yes, please.
And the
Moo.
940 to Whirlwind.
Congrats.
Thank you. Congrats.
Rats.
We'll do the mail helm. So this is a mail helm, haste and mastery, 940.
Fuzz wants it.
I think Fuzz wants it. Yep.
Seems so. Grats first.
That's me.
Thank you.
Grats.
And finally, the blood relic, plus 70.
Crap.
Well, on the basis that Seth's had 3 million items, grats Cersei.
Wait, what?
Congrats.
Grats.
How did 2 become 3 million?
It's a Belgian thing.
I think
So
wrapping
it's
up for
a
the next
higher
2 weeks as
upgrade
well.
for Terry than it is for me. Because he has a 920 and I got a 935. so
no,
it's
I've
better
had
for
3
Terry.
million items. It's fine, don't worry.
It's only 5 item level more and I don't even know if it's going to be better or not, so... Yeah, you can have it.
Aww. So now I've had 7 million items? Is that how that works?
Yep.
9.5.
8 million.
Well.
Greedy,
Thank you.
greedy, greedy.
Right, on to Mythic.
Thor, this trinket's not looking too healthy, you know.
Isn't it?
You'd need to have somewhere where you actually need that much mitigation in one big lump for it to be
Right.
worthwhile, I think.
I take it it's mostly mitigating a small chunk of that.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing really big enough to use it on. Like there's going to be a fight where that's amazing, but for the most part, no.
No.
Specialized type.
I don't think there will be a fight for it because this is last raid, isn't it? Really, pretty pointless.
Just thinking, we've only got 10 minutes left, and the first boss on the heroic would introduce new stuff. So we either try and clear to the boss quickly and try to one-shot it, or we leave it for another time.
We can leave it.
I might leave it. As well.
Yeah, leave it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have time to go through the new stuff properly.
10 minutes isn't really long enough, I don't
No.
think. If it was 20, then yes.
If it was 20. But good job, that's done it in half the time we did the first week, so now we know the fights quite comfortably, we can clear through them a lot faster. And also, once we've got the clearing things, the 4 tokens, we can switch to heroic for earlier things if we're killing them, and be able to jump to the end boss for the tokens and things.
What was your point, Olaf?
The small point, when you die in that last battle, your cooldown starts. So the potion of prolonged power, you could just use your second potion and third potion. I used 4 during that last fight.
That's good to know.
Good to know it
Quite
resets
handy.
that quickly.
Yeah, it takes a minute after you respawn.
Well, that's a good point. Nice one.
Catch you later. All.
See you later.
See ya.
Thanks
You
all.
know,
Be right back.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
mate.
Night.
Somebody.
Godverdomme. Hey, Laura.
Hey.
Nou, op het einde bleef dingen maar crashen, de Discord.
Oh, oké.
Ik heb maar weer even de webversie gepakt.
Hey, krijgt iemand een mount? Waar krijg je die van? Is dat niet een mount van... Ja, die heb ik ook gekregen. Ik kom bij de ei vandaan. Wat bijzonder dat jij op een gegeven moment trinket hebt en ik krijg een upgrade.
Nou, ik kreeg een trinket en een upgrade.
Oh, die had je? Oh, ja, alle twee. Oké, goed zeg.
Ja, want hij start bij 49. En dan moet je hem langzaam upgraden naar 1000.
Ja, ik vind het alleen jammer dat je nou net 9 hoger rolde.
Ja, daar kan ik ook niks aan doen. Nou, kan ik wel, maar...
zult er maar op houden dat je er niks aan wilt doen.
Zoiets.
En waarom zou je? Hè?
Nou, ik kan hem wel goed gebruiken nou hoor. Dus, maar wel lekker dit. Toch een paar leuke dingetjes bij elkaar gesprokkeld.
Ja, nou, ik ben wel blij met mijn eerste set item.
Verrekte Stefan, die is ons volgens mij vet voorbij gegaan.
Mijn 69 item. Jongen. Ja, er zitten er nou eenmaal veel meer in onze categorie.
Ja, dat klopt. Ja, als je al ziet, er is een hele rij met Demon Hunters.
Ja, maar goed, toch nog een item.
Ja.
En uiteindelijk krijg je allemaal wel, daar gaat het niet om.
Oh man, 9,38 is hij al.
Dufter.
Ja, echt wel.
Even kijken, daar staan daar. Even kijken, Klos 895. Hier ook trouwens. 2 normale kwesties. Oh, en
nog uit
ook.
te lachen ook, omdat hij 1 item level lager is dan mij.
Ja. Hoeveel was die, zei je? 938?
9,38.
Het is je hoger dan ik, man. Ik heb 946, maar ik heb 937.
Oh, ik kijk nog eens naar equipped. Ik kijk gewoon naar item level.
Ja, dat is datgene wat je ziet. Maar daarna staat op een gegeven moment wat je hebt in de, wat je aan maximale.
Ja, heb ik 9,46. Maar dan moet ik wel mijn sets gaan berekenen.
Ja, dat heb ik ook. Dat heb ik ook. Ik heb ook 46, maar dan moet ik ook mijn sets gaan berekenen. Het mooiste zou eigenlijk zijn om die 4 set te houden van Tomb of Sergeris. Ja, dat wordt niet meer gereed, dat is jammer. Dan zou ik hem op Heroic moeten gaan doen.
Maar ik weet ook niet of die Blade Dance 20% is misschien wel interessant. Ik denk dat ik het op een 2 set ga houden.
Ja, ik ook. Ik ook. Maar die 4 set is erg mooi.
Ik vind ook de set
Ik vind de bonus van 4 van de nieuwe. Ja, vind ik ook tegenvallen. Ja. En ook de 2 set bonus, daar moet je even rekening mee houden dat je ook. Ik denk namelijk dat die heel. Oh, ik heb nou mijn Demon Hunter natuurlijk niet. Dat je die talent hebt om je I-beam met 50.
Ja. Nou, dat is volgens mij meer voor de nieuwe set als voor de oude set. De nieuwe set is echt gefocust op.
Ja, voor de nieuwe set inderdaad. Dit bedoel ik ook.
Hello. Good luck, friend. I am honored. Be careful.
Ik vind dat je Steven ook gewoon niet meer rond moet vliegen.
ja... Het is mijn eigen schuld dat ik hem heb geïnvite, hè. Stom. Nou ja, hij heeft allemaal klopt, dus dat gebruiken we toch niet. En hoe hoger hij is, hoe beter wij dadelijk in met de klusjes kunnen gaan. Dus nou heeft hij geen reden meer om te zeggen van een hoger als 10 kan ik niet. Eens even kijken. Heb ik nog items geëquipt? Ja. Hey, daar heb je hem. Ah, kijk, hoppakee. Ik heb een legendary geupgrade en meteen 9,41 Stefan, dus ha.
Ja, als je item level weer omhoog, ja?
Ja.
Ja, wat heb je nu? Ah, nice.
En als ik mijn tier set ga breken, dan kom ik nog hoger uit, denk ik. Dan kan ik op 9,48 uitkomen.
Lol.
Maar ik moet echt een keer mijn gear gaan uitzoeken, want ik heb volgens mij iets van 15 trinkets in mijn bag zitten. Echt niet normaal.
Ja, ik heb er een zooitje in de bank. Er zijn er maar echt een paar die ik ervan zou willen.
Ja, ik was bezig met een beetje het uitzoeken van welke trinkets het beste zijn, maar op een gegeven moment dan loop je zo vol met trinkets dat is niet meer te doen.
Ja.
Ik denk dat ik binnenkort maar weer eens aan de dingen ga, de simcraft.
Ja.
Maar wel gaaf deze raid. Ik heb wel genoten.
Ah, dat ging best redelijk vandaag. In ieder geval beter dan afgelopen woensdag. Of donderdag was het.
Ja, het ging heel erg goed. Oké, de nieuwe Demon Hunter set is wel erg goed voor de tanks.
Zei je eerst?
Voor de Demon Hunters, de set bonussen, nieuwe, die zijn wel heel erg goed voor tanks.
Ja.
I cannot use that item yet.
Goed jongens, doe rustig aan. Ik ga even wat snacken en dan ben ik er vandoor.
Okidoki. Ik zie je morgen. En veel plezier met je hete soep.
Oh ja, dat komt zeker goed.
ben nou in tankspec ben ik 9,45.
Netjes.
En mijn DPS is 9,41. En dan heb ik, als het goed is, ja, heb ik nog net een 2 set bonus van Tomb of Sagaris.